Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. So today we are doing an old Victorian mansion because I felt like building something a little bit older, and I do love building some Victorian houses, especially when you can use the vampire pack for every little thing. So we're gonna make a nice 3-story really old house that has all different parts to it. So we've got some older parts, we've got some newer parts, and we're trying to keep it a very traditional looking inside. So we've got a nice turret out the front because obviously you have to have a turret in your old Victorian house. We've also got little bits of extensions. I kind of wanted to make it quite quirky looking as well. So we've got different bits jutting out here and there, and we've got a nice big porch as well on the front. So I wanted to somewhat fit in with the other houses that are more the colonial style that we have in the backgrounds of all the Sims worlds. So kind of taking some balcony inspiration out the front here for that, and it was a fun time trying to roof everything and get all the heights and stuff, and having a very trying time sometimes to get the roofs looking how I wanted to, and playing with the different floor heights and everything. So it was a fun build to do, especially as this week it's been a little bit stressful this week because one of my work colleagues went away, so I was left in charge of doing near enough everything for the department, and that meant dealing with a lot of things that I don't normally have to do, and dealing with people that I don't normally have to deal with. So it's been a trying time, but hopefully by the time this comes out everything has calmed down a bit and everything is back to how it normally is. So I thought it'd be quite nice to make this build a little bit more private, a little bit closed in, kind of a little bit mysterious. So I did want to go with the big vampire fence, but I couldn't actually find it when I was building, so I went with the big black Get Famous fence, which actually turned out quite well because it is so much taller, and you could fit it with the gate as well. I'm going for a very dark theme as well for the house, so it fits in very nicely to the style. And I do actually go in and use some of the Get Famous windows as well, the ones that look more like the French Art Nouveau windows that also pick out the golds and the blacks as well. So going a very fancy like highlights and some more like old school sort of stuff. So with the building itself, we're using a few different materials. So we've got some stone bits that are supposed to be like the oldest parts of the building. Then we've got this kind of Tudor-esque part of the building which will house the kitchen and stuff, and then we've got a little bit of wood paneling to like the middle part of the house, which is kind of the newest part, I would say, but still keeping with the old type of thing. And here I am struggling to find a door that fit for the 3 wide space, and I was just like, they don't fit up with the gate. It was annoying me so much, and I was just like, I want the black and gold, I want the green as well on the windows. So I was trying to find everything that matched with that. So we got the nice big windows. I actually do make the downstairs to the medium floor height, and make the upstairs the medium floor height as well, because everything was looking a little bit out of proportion. So I was just like, I need to change the levels, it's not working. So we're going the vampire windows on the older parts and the smaller parts, and we're using the big nice Art Deco windows, Art Nouveau windows for the more modern bits, and then we're going for some nice wooden frame ones for the little extension out the side. That extension actually houses all the kitchen and stuff like that, so the interior It's quite interesting, I would say. It kind of gets a bit more unusual as we go up. I was trying to find some little like veneering things to to actually connect the different parts of the house with the green. I wanted to use a lot of the little roof windows as well, just to make it look as though there's like different things in the roof. We've got ones at different angles. I do love the round windows as well, especially there's loads of buildings around where I work that have the little top round windows, and you always just like always wonder what is up there. And adding weather vanes and all different things to the roof as well. We've got some chimneys that are all different angles, just kind of slapped together just to make it look as though it's all built in different times and different sections as well. We've got a little porch out the back, which is going to be where some of the like the seating area and stuff. Obviously you can't have a barbecue because they're not exactly doing that in this time period, and making the older parts look older as well by using a lot of the vines and stuff from the vampire bits. At first I did actually want to make this whole build like really dilapidated and run down, and I kind of start doing that when I was starting to furnish it, and then I thought, I was like, probably don't want to go for the whole entire build being full of cobwebs and stuff, because I think that would be a little bit repetitive, because we've only got so much of that stuff to actually cover the build with. So on the interior, we have working with the turret, the turret and stuff. So trying to work some rooms into that. Downstairs layout is pretty simple. We just got some good rooms upstairs. We've got the bathrooms, kids' rooms, different types of bedrooms with en suites and stuff. So I might be knocking down walls and then putting them back in. And then we've got this little nice staircase off to the side here, which kind of gets really hidden when we start putting in wallpapers and stuff, and that leads up into the attic area, which I did forget to connect to the little turret area, but now we are into our interior. So I've gone ahead and done all the wallpapers and the floors and stuff for the most part, just because that that took a while to get which ones I wanted and stuff like that. So this is the living area. Obviously we've got no TVs or anything in here because I was trying to make it super accurate-ish to the time period. So we've got some lovely brown sofas. I also went ahead and put in all the fireplaces and stuff, and they're all back to back at each other and sort of in a similar place as well. So in here we're going for a very brown goldy yellow and green vibe, very strong colours of that area, and this is where I start putting in some like dilapidated bits. So some of the rooms are going to be a little bit more like well kept than others, depending on who in the family owns the room. So later on when we get up to the bedrooms, we'll see more of the characters that might live in this house and sort of what their various style and stuff is. So down here we've got a living space, and that connects onto a dining room. Across the hall we've got a study area, which I love making Victorian study areas because it's just like study goals. I totally have the study that I'm gonna build in here because it's so good. And going for lots more darker colours in here, lots of greens, having a lot of different types of bookshelves as well, because that is key. Putting some around the corner as well, and I thought at the time it would make a really nice little built-in study place so you can have meetings with people. And we'll see later on how one of them is a little bit of an explorer, so there's kind of that hint about. And then I really wanted to add the card table in there, so I was like, that has to go in the little area that's built especially for that. Also adding lots of greenery and plants, like big exotic plants everywhere, just because they did love a good plant from a different country and stuff like that. Got a few quills and stuff and like botany things, because in the garden I kind of put some, I didn't kind of put something, but I put lots of beehives and planting areas, so you can have your botanist sim go and work out there. Also under the stairs I thought it'd be quite fun to hide some stuff and put in a globe in the middle of the room as well. I was just like, yes, they would totally do that. So in here, this is the dining room. So it's a nice formal area. We've also got some of the pub theming in here as well, just so you can add in a bar, adding in the vampire bar, because that has all the decanters and the whiskies and stuff, which is very on point. This room has gone full wood paneling as well, so it's even darker than the other rooms, which I love. I'm picking out some of the reds in the wood as well, using some more open curtains just to get some light in here, because it's pretty dark and brown. We don't want to look in too grim, it's got to look somewhat inviting. And downstairs I'm using all the little chandeliers as well. There is a big chandelier that's going to go up in the hallway staircase bit, and I'm so happy that we had swords and stuff in the Get Famous pack, so I'm like, yes, I can now decorate my old houses with swords, all sorts of exotic things that they've collected about the place. So in the Tudor extension area, we're doing a nice big old kitchen. We've got the flagstones, we've got the old cabinets and stuff, we've even got a fireplace that kind of gets built into the kitchen as well, which is something that thought could work, but it looks pretty cool once you get all the cabinets around it, especially as we've got big windows and stuff, so you can't put too many on. But it kind of worked, actually setting it into the kitchen itself. So originally I had it behind the staircase, but then I thought, because we've got the stairs and I wanted another fireplace actually in the study area, so I was like, let's move it and try and work it into the kitchen. And then we've got some extra storage stuff, some crates of food and all sorts of pumpkins and stuff in the other corner, which makes it nice and tucked away. I kind of imagined this area would be a bit more for servants and stuff, so we've got all the cleaning stuff, we've got like the parenthood board as like a rota thing, tasks that they needed to do. Everything in here is a little bit more like cluttered and not as well kept, like up to standards as the other parts. There's all boxes and crates everywhere. We've got a few more of the older bits in here as well. We've got a few of the like washing stuff from the laundry, just to make it look as though it's a working kitchen somewhere that only the kind of kids or the servants would come and do the hand washing of the laundry as well, because I thought that'd be pretty funny to add in. So you can only do your laundry with a bucket, which is kind of how it was back then as well. So we get to see one bathroom in the build, because I always think bathrooms look exactly the same. So we're going for this is the main family bathroom. So we're working with some base game, the vampire stuff, and some of the Get Famous stuff as well, and the jungle adventure wallpaper as well, which is always important. Kind of did that on the actual inside walls rather than the outside, because I thought you won't be tiling the outside wall. Quite a simple bathroom, it's got lots of space in it, so it does its purpose. This is our first bedroom, so I kind of thought that this would maybe be a guest bedroom or a relative that doesn't come back as often. So we've got a fireplace as well in here. Obviously every room has a fireplace, and I thought, because they always had little dressing areas, so it was important to have some blind, the foldy things, I can never remember what they're called. We've got some of those with a mirror behind it and a stool so you can get changed, your privacy wall, and it's all got some nice posters up, just paintings up that are some architecture of the of time. And then in the hallway we've got some nice big pictures, and we've got a few vampire ones thrown in there as well because they're always fun to put up, and they're huge as well. I'm gonna want to make this space like really opulent. It's super dark as well, and we've got the green doors to kind of reflect all the green that we've got outside. It's a super like spacious space that doesn't have that much in it, but I just feel like the theming of it is pretty. It's a very atmospheric. And in this room we've got the kids' room, so they've got a little 4-poster wooden bed. In the little nook we've got a doll's house that's kind of styled in the same way as the house. We've got a little trunk as well, a science table, a violin as well, just to I don't know what. Just cause that's the sort of things they do back in there. We've got a little desk as well. We've got the Jerry painting, the Jerry picture, a few of the Rose pictures as well. It's quite a dark, dingy little room, which I imagine they could hide away. And I also use some of the doors as double doors as well because I wanted to keep that green theming going on. And then in this bedroom, this is kind of more of a teen room or a young adult room, and they're kind of more into the arts and stuff. So we've got some of painting stuff, and then I was just like, damn it, I forgot the grand piano, damn it. But I couldn't fit it in anywhere, so I was just like, oh, next time. So they kind of imagine that this person was a student or studying or something, so they've got lots of books. They've got a few more rips and stuff in the wallpaper. They will kind of put like a little poster up of like the fishing or something that they've collected along the way, but they've kind of covered the holes and the cracks with some of their drawings. They've obviously been traveling as well and kind of exploring around and going off on adventures and stuff like that. So this is kind of this type of sim that's in here. It's a lot more messier as well than the other rooms. They kind of thrown everything in once they've got back from their travels. They don't really mind a little bit of mess and stuff, and they've got their ears all by the window so they can draw some inspiration from the light because the rooms are so dark. And then this is the master bedroom, so it's a little bit plainer. We've got a little bit more of a Larry wallpaper on the wall as well, and some beautiful green carpet as well. We've got a few more of the fancier chairs in here as well, so they could come and get away from the rest of the family. And they've got some bigger windows, a larger dressing area as well, a few more fancier curtains, and they've obviously got the big bed from the vampire stuff, just because I thought they'd splash out on a good bed. They've got lots of family pictures up, a few holiday places that they've been. Then up here, this is our little jungle adventure archaeologist room. So I thought the person who lives downstairs, who's the artist, they've kind of come up here, and this is their own little skill room from their travels. They keep some of the stuff that they found up here. So we've got our archaeology table, we've got a few of the jungle adventure stuff, we've got a skeleton in here, and one of the little trunks that you can pop all your adventure collectibles in here, and a woodworking table and some lamps and stuff, because the lighting up here is not supposed to be very good at all, and it's kind of hidden away from the rest of the family as well. It's kind of made this area kind of his or something like that, or hers. And then we've got all the Christmas trees and all the decoration holiday season stuff in there, just as a little storage room, but you could use it as like if you had a child that you didn't like in the family, you could go pop them up there. They can be disowned upstairs in the attic. We've got a few roll tops up here just as a little chill area, and a little dartboard and a flower arranging station as well for your botanist that's outside. So we've got loads of beehives out here, so you can collect some honey, do your work with the bees, and put a load of the planters out here as well, so you can grow all your exotic flowers to go and arrange or study upstairs, because obviously it's a type type of family who like to learn about stuff and the different adventures. We also put in the observatory up in the tower as well, because I love doing that, even though you can't use it when you do that, which is really sad, but it's the sort of thing that people would have. We also got put some of the plants actually in it. So we've got some roses, we've got some cacti, got some sunflowers in here, and then we've got one of the big jungle adventure plants. If you're doing Strangeville, then you could put one of the forbidden fruit things in there and grow your own strangerness. We've got loads of white roses about, because it's very English and Victorian. A little bit of overgrown bushes out the front, just to add layers to the secrecy and keep people out. There's lots of mud about as well, because I thought they wouldn't really mind about keeping the grass and stuff that well kept. And we've got one of the old school bins out the front, because put that. And a little bench as well, so you could have a creepy old lady sim sitting out there watching the people. And I thought it was important to get some lighting and some big old lights. So I think we just got two either side the door, just to light it up to make it look a little bit special. So I hope you enjoyed